Hello and welcome everybody to Dead by Dawn Season 4. We have Dinastia versus Verity. We have Hillbilly Bulldogs as our first set here. FR piloting the Billy for Dinastia here. We have the serves of Verity and it is myself and Rachel on the cast today. Rachel, are you excited for this matchup?
Oh, I am absolutely excited, and I don't even get to talk about it as much because we are already going to be seeing the first down coming in from Fur here, who's doing just an amazing job pushing so much pressure on survivors. This is such a fast-paced set. Oh my God, Cyber. Yeah, I'm really excited for the Billy set. As you have seen, I just played to myself not so long ago, and that has to say something. I just like Billy sets.
Yeah, Billy is one of the sets always you never can complain. It is a fast-paced set, and definitely so as we already see our second down coming through. Manu eating that cracks coming up off the ground though. Think we saw a pickup did comes through there, so we are going to be away safely. Manu's going to be survivor. We end up choosing the pickup and go for the hook right now. Getting a hook around the main building right now, pretty central, pretty defendable relative to the other gens right now. Is going to be using our saw to be able to try to traverse this map right now. Find a survivor, and we end up finding cracks once again. Our Ada Wong going for that shack here. Unhook's going to come through very early on here on the Manu. We immediately 180. That's a survivor we have eyes for. We want to try to get that tunnel out, that elimination as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting the out on BD sets is really important, and that's probably what Furo is aiming for. I mean, it's probably what you aim for in all the sets, but we are actually going to be finding one here who does give us a bit of a free tag, but we're never going to commit him, right? I mean, we have our tunnel out to care for, and we do seem to have lost him for now, and if I'm from here, I'd be worried, but no, he's not worried at all. I mean, he's chilling. He just knows everything in this game. So why so serious? Why worry? We are gonna be getting a down on Ace here, pretty much immediately as we find him. And this is just a really hard spot for survivors. I mean, they have to pull out some crazy jump pressure for such a fast death hook.
Yeah, that is a second stage already. First gen does pop at the same time though, so Survivor is not slacking off at all, able to get that gen done. As we do see our
Ooh.
Tae Young, King Julian not able to make it far enough away. Cross map snipe coming in for Fur here. A beautiful position to be in for them right now. As that is one Survivor down and out for the right now. Unhook does come through. This will be our final chase for Manu if we choose to commit to this one. As now that base kit endurance is going to be waited out. We're not going to solid Survivor. We're not going to do anything. We instead are just going to wait our time right now as Ace coming up to now that end of that base kit endurance is going to be very soon right now. As Fur pulling up that saw, end up not going to let go of it, wrapping around this rock right now. Is Manu, are we going to make it one more cycle? Yes, we are, and now going to be pivoting back towards that filler pallet instead. Not actually even doing that, running to the tile is going to be instead going to try to hop locker, but getting sawed before we're able to quite get into that locker in time. Picking up now, and that is going to be decisive strike. Manu able to buy somewhat of a second chance right now to be able to extend this final chase right now. We see a Survivor CB going to be committing to that gem right there. Not really too afraid of our Hillbilly as they know Manu's the Survivor we want to commit to right now. Holding Saw right now, threatening it. Gonna end up going for a curve on the long side here, but some good moves on Manu's gonna be able to evade and dodge. Vaulting over the pallet, we do not have Lithe to be able to give us any haste over that. Swinging, but another good greed by Manu. Buying every bit of time right now, trying to get every bit of gen pressure while you still can stay in the 4v1 as we start heading to the truck. And I think this will be our inevitable demise here as we die in the far back of truck to try to get as far away from a hook as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. This chase from Manu was absolutely amazing, but we're going to be seeing another pretty much as a snipe here. Just for doing something incredible. As soon as I'm about to say that survivors managed to pull everything back because of this Manu chase, but for just doing something incredible once again, just getting those downs pretty much as soon as they see Survivor. And oh my god, there's just so much pressure on the survivors once again as soon as they just manage to gonna breathe out. But we're probably gonna be seeing we're gonna live forever on King Julian because I believe that was quite a fast pickup, but I might have just been mistaken. It could have been always a Mandy pickup, but yeah, we're gonna be just getting them down. I believe they could have been our daily players, so we just decided to not pick them up because we don't want to lose the pressure because daily is just such a good perk, right? But we are gonna be going for the cloud and getting the down as well. We do have 2 slugs now and 1 injury and 2 gens remaining, and this is a really hard place for survivors. I mean, if you have UBs, it's about time that this perk should be coming to play.
Yeah, two survivors on the ground. If not, it is on the shoulder of Cracks right now. Our last survivor standing currently. Ada Wong here going to be looking around for that survivor. We do find King Julian on the floor once again now. Gonna be trying to find someone else. Or sorry, this isn't Julian. This is CB that was on the floor there at the tile. As I said, looking, we are trying to see if Krax is rotating into that. We are gonna be able to get the chase, and we do find Ada on the bottom side of this map here, so far away from those survivors. Vaulting that window, only has the 4 lane right now left to play. Gonna be going for a saw. Do we make it to this Paladin timer? Or we're gonna get the hit through it? No, we are not getting that stun right now, Krax, but still gonna be isolated in zone right now, curving around this, trying to read the survivors. Gonna go wide, doesn't end up panning out for Fur, but still has plenty of time right now. Those survivors are on the top side of the map. We're all the way on the bottom. Slowly, though, with the filler pallets, going to be able to make our way a little bit more up the map to try to get to these survivors for a pickup. Tried to send it away, crossing probably to, I would imagine, CB over around that hill, but it was not meant to pan out. As we are going to see, I think we're going to pick up and collect our slugs on the ground right now. And that is a 4K2, Rachel.
No, it's absolutely amazing stuff from her. Even though we did have a little bit of a struggle with the last Manu chase, they managed to pull it back pretty much immediately and just get all the pressure on survivors once again. And oh my god, this was just such a fast-paced match. It's even more fast-paced than the usual fast-paced match, right? But actually, no, it's not just yet. It's not just over yet, right? We are gonna be having our one here. Get off the hook with Deliverance, but I just don't think it's gonna matter at all, right? As long as they don't get any gen pops or any pulls, that's pretty much an over game. I mean, if they even if they escape to the hatch, this is not gonna give them any additional hooks they just saved, right? So we are just gonna be seeing some desperate plays from both sides, right? I mean, Claude trying to play for a flashlight save or just not really wanting to, how to say it, not really wanting to run away and give up on the game. Just seeing a little bit of a FOV tag, just trying to prolong the chase. I mean, yeah, did an actually amazing job at dodging the chain. So we are seeing like a little bit of throwing around from here. But this game is gonna be ending eventually, unless the squad is our decisive player. No, actually, I believe the Ace was the decisive player, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I am a bit of losing my mind. But yeah, this is gonna be over, and this is still gonna be a 4K result. Just absolutely amazingly played by Fur here. Cyber thoughts, emotions, I don't know, feelings.
Honestly, it was very well played by our survivors for a while there. Manu had some very good chases, really making for work for those downs. Unfortunately, I think it really came to the crux of 2 cross map snipes that came in. All that pressure, that time spent getting those chases was really not gained as much as you probably would have wanted to in gen pressure because of the cross maps. Survivors had to go rotate away from the generators. Blood Lodge, you know, it is always such a painful map for the killer because of how much distance you have to cross and how much fillers there are, but it's also equally painful for survivors when you have those cross map downs. You have to rotate so far to go get those pickups, and I think that really costed a lot of gen pressure to where allowed for to be able to close out and get that 4K at 2 generators remaining.
Yeah, but that was generally such an incredible gameplay from both sides. But yeah, we are going on a little bit of an intermission screen, and we will be seeing we will be seeing Team Verity on the Hillbilly Killer trying to beat the Swinkan a little bit. Hello everyone and welcome back to Dead by Dawn Season 4, and we're still here with the Billy set of the match between Verity and Dinastia, and we have King Julian on the kill responding with the win of 4K3 for Team Verity. And I am not alone today, I'm in my beautiful co-caster Cyber. Cyber, what do you think can be done with such a hard win con, and what should we expect from the Billy player here?
I think King Julian has to play almost out of their mind right now as they need a 4K3. That is a extremely difficult result here, but not impossible. We've seen killer results like that in the past. As Psyche is going to be the first driver we commit to on this game here at Jake Park. Wrapping around is going to be using that filler pellet very early on. Going for a curve around these tires isn't going to quite pan out, though. It's going to be able to make the distance to the bus right now. There goes our Hex Ruin early on, but a beautiful curve is going to be our first down here. Psyche's onto the floor as we saw, like I said, that Hex Ruin has already been taken out of this trial, but would have played a crucial part of this game if we still had it. But that is time not spent on the generators right now as King Julian needs to find someone else, and I think he needs to get a slug and instantly come back here, Rachel.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we do have Thanatophobia in the build, right? So we are expecting a lot of slugging, a lot of playing, but just slugging in general, right? Just trying to play off slow down from Thanatophobia, just trying to get as much value as we can. And this playstyle without Ruin is not as strong as you would expect it to be, right? But it's still obviously not something you should look over. But you know, without Ruin being available, it's gonna be way harder for King Julian as well. So I'm really excited to see how the server's gonna go with the How are they gonna try to have their chases? Are they gonna like try to play for some ballots or something? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that can happen, and I'm genuinely just really excited. But as I say that, we are just gonna be seeing our Jake here, trying to survive as long as they can, just playing amazingly, actually greeting the spotlight as well, playing the short side on crossbeam. This is something really scary. And oh my god, what an amazing down from Julian here. Just swinging through the spotlight, getting like the most insane pokos. Yeah, once again, this is a reminder. This is a crossbeam matchup if you have not figured it out just yet. But oh my god, what a start.
Yeah, getting that second stage at the first gen popping a little bit of deja vu here is that's what happened in that previous trial as well. By the time that second stage was forced, we did have the first gen popping here, as we are going to be able to go back to the gen that has a decent bit of progress now. Going to be kick, apply eruption once again right now, trying to keep on top of these generators, apply as much pressure as we can before the unhook does come through. See scratch marks of a survivor that once was here. I think we saw Crow go up in the tile, so survivor might still be lurking around that, but I think we see someone crossing the map here, coming in for the unhook. Psyche is going to be pulled off that hook for the final time right now. As for the people, is going to end up just being used. We're trying to protect this Jake Park right now. Team Julian does not care about for going onto the ground here. Instead, has eyes for Jake right now. Wrapping around this, drops the filler pallet. This is a healthy survivor though, so we are going to not play for that M1 instead. Going to try to play to curve with that chainsaw. We are going to be forced back to that tile right now. Has the window to be playing here. Saying that Saul, but it doesn't quite work out as that'll be Psyche's going on to the ground for going to be picked up. If I'm not mistaken, I think that might be the Unbreakable here, as I don't know if there's anyone else at this tile to be able to help them here, as we do see Yema, and I don't know what Colossus is doing just now, but that is Psyche's back to the campfire in a 3v1 at 4 gens, Rachel.
Yeah, no, okay, 3 gens, caster scores, but yeah, if you want to, if you want to have a 4K3, this is kind of like the start you want to expect, right? You're expecting a tunnel out come really early, and it did. So even if we did lose our ruin here, we still have quite some build, right, to play for. I guess Tantophobia is not gonna get as much value as we would hope so, because there's no, you can't get 4 stacks of Tantophobia with only these survivors available, right? But oh my god, we're actually gonna be seeing an extremely good body block by King Julian here, just basically forcing an M1 tag on Kwon here, but I don't know. I think we just need these chases to end a bit earlier. I mean, we have quite a lot of progress on those gens nearby, and I'm not gonna be surprised if we have some pressure on this Gen 1, because this Lori here is definitely just... if she's not doing this gen, she's doing some other gen, and she has quite some progress already on it.
Yeah, we do see Colossus was the one playing very close that gen. Is going to be stop progression here. We are going to go for the swing on the window. Not going to quite connect Colossus, making it over safe for now right now. And King Julian is going to go looking now. We want to try to figure out what gen Lori is working. Like you said, Lori is going to be working that far cross map gen. And we do find the gen at the hill that does have progress right now. Going for a curve here. Are we going to connect to the pallet? No, we are not. Good greed by Fur is going to deny that down right now. This next down is going to be so crucial. It's going to be Eruption on that far gen. And a beautiful curve by Julian is going to get exactly that right now. Slug out is going to come through. We know this survivor used their Unbreakable earlier, so we are going to instead just commit. We see Colossus. We see the Eruption Aura to be able to force them away right now, sending it. They have a seawall tile. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I will say we have already gotten 3 Eruption Explosions here onto this gen, so I think we might only have one more left to our disposal as that gen far pops. This is the tie condition now met for Dinastia here as we're trying to get that curve, but it's not going to quite come through. A beautiful crouch by Colossus is going to aid in that right now. Is now, I think, the time is
my god!
No, not! Colossus! Another crouch tech. This pallet already was used long ago, so they are playing for everything. They're trying to crouch tech, use the height elevation, use everything you can, but it is not enough, as that is inevitably onto the ground once again.
Oh my god, also just popping off with this chase. I mean, using everything at their disposal, and so nothing in their disposal as well, I guess. The crouch button is sometimes a little bit too overpowered, I guess, but oh my god, that was such an amazing play, especially since everything seemed lost and we just kind of ran in the corner and just crouched and managed to get away with that. That was absolutely insane, but we are going to be trying to slug the Colossus here, committing the Kwon, and honestly, I'm genuinely starting to be concerned for the Survivor team. I mean, they are getting a lot of pallets out of the map, and a lot of perks have been burnt out. I mean, we have seen UB already being used, and I don't think we have any more anti-slug because we don't have any no miter play as well. So the even might just be a little bit scary for them. I guess the only really play that I can see for survivors is just trying to play for the aggression events on this Gen 9 on the bus, but I don't know, Cyber. This seems really close and scary. That is definitely not what I surprised. That wasn't expected to see. Oh my god, my English is like so lost right now because this is just such a absolute banger of a game.
Yeah. Yemet taking that chase towards the bottom side. Has a couple more pallets with the play down here. We see Fur come off the ground, probably picked up by Colossus, I'd imagine, as we are committing this, trying to get an M1 mind game on the Yemet, but some good patience is going to be able to deny this here. Playing around this pallet. This pallet isn't really safe, but some good reads is going to be able to. But Bloodlust 1 is even better as King Julian. M1 onto the back of our Young right now. Immediately saw it pulling up. We're going back to that gen, yeah. King Julian knows this gen is going to be out of regression events. I think they might have one more kick on it, and I don't even know if we're going to get... Oh, no, we do get the Eruption, though, so maybe we do have another kick or two on that gen. So, but we are coming up very soon, as Colossus was able to get fully healed up right now, with it, whether it was Medkit, Inner Strength, whatever it was. That is one healthy survivor. Is only one more gen is needed, and I imagine one of our survivors is sitting on that far corner gen.
Yeah, I would not be shocked to see that happening. But I'm pretty sure we did see someone over here at main, if I am not mistaken. I might just be blind and seeing things. But oh my god, yeah, we do see Lori here actually just doing this major. Quite a ballsy play if you ask me. I'm not quite sure if doing the mid map generator is the safest idea I have seen in such a with such a win con. I think this might just be a bit too risky, and it might just it might just ruin the game for Team Dynasty here. But who knows? I might just not be the Billy Knower, the Billy Whisperer, as Fr did show that they are more than aware of how to play as Billy and against the Billy. But Colossus is even better. He's getting one more. Oh my god, King Julian is gonna be hating this control button anytime soon. Oh my goodness, what a crouch.
Yeah, Colossus just keeps getting away with that, keeps crouch checking barely away from the Billy here. Is this gen has a decent bit of progress. It's definitely lost most of it, as we have eyes on a survivor here. We see the blood trail. This is going to be Fur once again here. This top mid pallet was already used, though. Do we make it to the next one?
Oh
No,
my
we do
god.
not, as we're going to get hit with the saw before we get the stun off. Is going to instead just be dropping that pallet and getting down on the other side right now. Is King Julian going to be sending it back towards that main building? It looks like we have eyes on the survivor that is inside this here. We see the blood. We see the scratch marks on the floor. Is it Yamit? Is it Colossus? Looks like, though, that survivor is slowly pushing up closer. Has a filler pallet to be able to play here around the main building. It is going to be Colossus, the bane of our existence right now. These crouch techs keep punishing us so hard. Is going to be dropping that pallet, going to this corner here. I think we still do have the pallet. I don't know if it was ever quite used in this tile. No, it was not. And that is another stun coming in. Colossus buying every little bit of time. Is Yamit rotating for the pickup, or are we just sticking a generator? That is the question right now.
Honestly, I would not be shocked to see any of the outcomes, but whatever it is, King Julian needs to see something happen. I mean, we do see the locker force, and I'm not quite sure if it's gonna be just enough. I mean, if it's gonna be big. No, we are gonna be seeing the last and pop, and that is gonna be the win con made by Team. Oh my god, I am so sorry, by Team Dinastia. Absolutely amazingly played. Just gonna clenching this win out of King Julian's. Wow, but the game is still not over. I mean, as much as Dynasty made the win con, right? We still have King Julian trying to play for the best result as they can, as well as Team Dynasty not giving up immediately after getting the win con, and we are gonna be seeing the pickup on. So, so we are still gonna be seeing some quality Billy gameplay, and I'm just so excited to see it to see it continue.
Yeah, now it is playing for mental. This is playing for momentum. You want to try to be in the best headspace and the most confident possible going into that next trial. We have Wraith coming up soon, but you want to try to get the best result. And another down is going to come in onto Fur here at the buzz. We are almost fully bled out with the survivor here. Doesn't have a hook stage, so we don't have quite the fresh on them. But if they were to full bleed, we would still get all of the hook stages. Colossus still going to be found here at this tile. Not going for the ball instead, just going to go for the fake. Tried to make the lock. M1, though, came through, clobbered them as they went into that locker. So back onto the floor we go. As we do catch eyes onto Yamit here. Our Taeyong going to be wrapping up the main building. Is this our bounce landing survivor? I'd have to imagine so. If we're going up the main building, yeah, we see the speed boost. No grunts of falling there around this.
Ooh.
And then beautiful curve is Julian getting that down. And that is all the survivors on the floor. And I would imagine a 4K1 for King Julian.
Yeah, the only chance for survivors here is gonna be getting the deliverance from through here, as I would expect they are our daily survivor, right? And I'm not quite sure. I mean, Julian can obviously just wait it out, and they will be just absolutely fine with that. But you know, it's never over until it's over, right? So actually, I'm gonna be seeing Julian just not really care about the daily, just kind of trying to find the last luck survivor. It's absolutely valid idea, and as I say that, they are going back to the hook. No, no, they just look survivor. Yeah, honestly, that was such an impressive performance from both survivors and the healer. To be fair, with such a win on Cyber, I was not expecting such a close matchup.
Yeah, Julian was playing very, very well on that build. He had a lot of fast downs, had a very early kill in this set, but it just came down to at the end game, some of those chases were taking a little bit too long. You know, we opted to not have Bamboozle, which could have been maybe something that would have helped us get a little bit better, but also I see the angle. We took Thanatophobia, which makes a lot of sense. We were going to play to slug out. We knew, obviously, they were not allowed to alter their build going into this. It's you send your build basically completely on confidence early on, so you cannot just change your build to whatever win con you might need going into matches and stuff. But uh, just playing for that Thanatophobia, playing for the full injuries, for the slug. But looks like we are going to now be using our deliverance here. Colossus still on the ground right now, almost fully bled out. There's a chance maybe we can get this out here, as pickup is going to come through here. That is going to be for back onto the ground. Colossus on their feet. Maybe we'll see a hatch escape here. As it looks like we're going to send it towards that bottom side a little bit. If we're able to make it to the shack, I think probably Fur
Oh
would
my
be dead.
god.
But oh my, that was a nice save. And that is Colossus once again on the floor, and Fur bleeding out shortly.
An absolute amazing curve here from King Julian. Finally punishing Colossus here for all the crouch that they've done, right? Finally getting yeah, getting this down and being so happy about that. And yeah, this is gonna be basically King Julian securing the 4K1. Quite unfortunate they lost the set, but oh my god, that was really close and really fucking entertaining. But this is not over. We are still gonna be seeing our rated DS set for the peak, the Team Verity's peak. And honestly, with the way this beta set was played, I am even more excited for raid set, as those teams sure know what a teamwork is, and they sure know how to chase. So we will be seeing you in a little bit.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, for set number 2 of Dinastia versus Verity. We are on Wraith DDS here, Verity set choice, and we do have a bit of a penalty to be applied here. Half a hook stage penalty is being applied to Dinastia here for offerings, so we had the DC out and reload back in, but we are in here, and a very early tag here from Wasik right now on Wraith. Gonna be piloting that in our trial here. It is myself and Ray here. Is Ray, are you excited for this raid set?
Absolutely, I love raid sets, right? Because it's not only a chase set, it's also not just a teamwork. It combines both of them, and oh my god, we are gonna be amazing gameplay on this palette in front of main. Oh my god, and we are probably gonna be seeing first painters coming in quite early, and I don't think this gen is gonna be popped. I think it's gonna be interrupted. Actually, are we playing for a hit tank? We are not quite getting the hit tank. That's so unfortunate. I do believe that was really of a vehicle, but we are gonna be interrupting the gen 9. We did get painters on some other gen that servers were working on, and I'm genuinely interested in what gen they were doing on. What do you think about this summer?
I think this is a very good spot for Wasik here, being able to push Yemet off the gen here. We got Paymares on the gen that Fur and Colossus were doubling. So we have a lot of pressure on the survivors right now. Ideally, if we could get some injuries, that would be ideal for Wasik right now, as really can maximize our sloppy butcher value right now. We do end up finding Fur in the gallows area, but we don't want to fully commit away for that. Want to play close enough for if the unhook comes through, we can immediately go back, and that looks like exactly what we want to do. Psyche's gonna be the survivor we end up choosing to commit to here. Jake Park is gonna take this as much as they can. Can they make it through this window time before we get the body block? Yes, they can. Bamboozle going to be used here to block that off. We are not going to get any double vault situations here. Going to be greeting this pallet here. Do we have the hit to come in? We saw Colossus was close by, swinging for the pallet. Are
Oh
we going
my
to get
god!
it? No, we are not. As that is a stun for Psyches here, extending that second chase, trying to last as long as possible. First gen does pop here. We see Colossus and Fur are back onto that gen, keeping the pressure on the killer right now. Wasik re-bamboozling up that window here is going to greed this and go for the filler behind this building, but another greed for Psyches, trying to save that resource, and it's going to pan out perfectly for them here, as they're going to be able to make another cycle of this building. Is Wasik committing this? Psyches keeps on wrapping. Are we going to go back for the powder? Are we going to send it for the window? It looks like we are going to try to go to that locker to make sure we cannot get slugged out, but Survivor didn't fall out of the locker, surprisingly there, but we still do get the grab out of the locker. We got the eruption on the generator. We see the double from the eruption aura on that generator that is going to pop. Hook mid-map coming through soon.
Absolutely, we do love the DBD a little bit buggy here and there, but you know the down still came through, so that's all we care about, right? But yeah, we are gonna be trying to find the gen that Lori is working on. Unfortunately, we aren't gonna be getting to, aren't gonna be able to interrupt it before the gen pops, and it's gonna be the gens pop for second stage on Psychis, which is really what you want to see if you're just playing Survivor. I mean, this is just insane gen pressure, and this is exactly what you want to see if you're Team Dynasty here. But we are just gonna, Vasily is just gonna try and to harass the survivors here and there, just trying to maximize the sloppy value as is. But unfortunately, not quite getting those hits for free, and unfortunately, just kind of has to leave every single chase to go back to the survivor who's been Psychis who is being tunneled out, right? But they are doing just such an incredible job of avoiding going down, playing with their team, and just maximizing pretty much everything, starting from chase time, continuing with the hit tanks and just team play in general. And we are going to be seeing through here just absolutely amazing tag here on the ladder, prolonging the chase even longer. And main obviously being notoriously one of the strongest buildings in the game. I don't know if it's gonna be enough for Sakis to last. Unfortunately, though, it's an insane body block here, an amazing hit tank as well from Fer. Oh my God, Cyber.
Yeah, Fer gonna be able to make it there beautifully. We got body blocked from the window, but we had our teammate there to take that down. Psyches is gonna be able to make it to the back main pallet. Is gonna get the stun and a blind onto Wraith, but Wasik gonna just have to be breaking that pallet right now. As we are throwing everything at this killer to just try to make sure we can pop all the gens here. Yamit's gen pops. Colossus is right around the corner. We are gonna force into main building here. Grabbing out of that locker. First, still on the ground right behind us, if I'm not mistaken right now. Question is, are we gonna be able to get this hook and get this pick in time? Looks like Yama is here. We already are applying pressure to this pickup right now. The second we carry for that hook, and it looks like we're not even going to take the kill onto Psyches right now. Instead, we're just going to take the hook onto Fer, ensure that we get this hook stage on the board for us. The survivor does not get picked up right now. Taking that. Psyches, though, did just get picked up, so I wonder if we might slug this here, as the pickup isn't going to come through quite yet, I would imagine, as we have a survivor applying a lot of our pressure from the top main. We saw Colossus is working the door behind the main building right now, as it looks like we're in a bit of a tough spot here, as we can't quite commit onto anything right now here, Rachel.
Yeah, absolutely. We are in a bit of a tough situation as a killer here, and Vatic just kind of doesn't seem to know what they need to do right now. I mean, it is a really hard place to be, because you can't really commit anything. You can commit for main survivor. We can commit to any other survivor. We can just stand at hook as well, because it's gonna be quite a low stages result. You know, like average. But oh my God, I have to give it. I have to give promise to survivors. They are doing such an amazing job here, playing it so well coordinated and with such a beautiful hit tanks and all of that, right? Just basically almost giving Vatsek no chance. I mean, Vatsek in no way played the bad. I have to, like,
Wow.
they did not play bad. They Survivors just played it so fucking well. Vatsek stood genuinely no chance. I mean, there was no genuine mistake on Vatsek's part, and Survivors just absolutely did not make mistakes themselves. So that was just wow, absolutely insane performance from both sides. And oh my God, I'm just so excited to see what the Dinastia skill is gonna be. Is gonna go against, you know, because I am just wow. I'm speechless.
Yeah. 4 stages too fresh is going to be the result claimed for Wasik and Verity on Killer. We'll have to see here. This is their set choice, so I would have to imagine that their serve side is going to be very confident, and we saw that Dynastia serve side was extremely confident as well here, as that is honestly probably a little bit less than average you would probably expect for this type of set. As Wraith, definitely not a strong killer by any means, but definitely has it in them to get the stages if you can cut off some of the resources. But Psyches and Fur just played so well together. Psyches just lasting, winning every 50-50. Every check spot they had that they could play, they did. And then Fur coming in at the pristine moments to be able to deny a kill before the end game was just absolutely pivotal to them. But we'll have to see how the second half of this set goes after a short break. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Dead by Dawn Season 4, and we're still here with the right side of the match between Verity and Dinastia, and we have Psychis on the killer, killing for Team sorry, for Team Dinastia. And I'm still not alone today. I'm an amazing co-caster Cyber. Cyber, this game is started already. What do you think about the right side, and what do you think the result's gonna be?
Ooh, I don't know. Is We saw a very proficient serve side come out of Dinastia, but this wasn't even their set choice. This was Verity's set choice, as we are going to be finding Manu here. Manu was lasting for quite a while in the Billy set, so we'll see if we can see shades of that come into this race set here. As M1's going to be already taken here, but instantly taking a good tag, making some solid distance towards the shack right now. Is going to be using that pallet pretty early on to try. Now we're going to go back, though, wrapping around this building here. Psyche is going to instead not be respecting that pallet, sending it away, but we are already going to have a hit tank come through. CB taking a tag. Sloppy Butcher applied, though. That is going to be a bit of slowdown here on these survivors as they're kind of rotating together now. But it looks like Mon is going to be the survivor we end up choosing to commit to. Requiring 5 stages for Psyches is not too tall of an ask, but definitely difficult if these survivors are on top of their A game. But Psyches, what a beautiful fake there. Didn't fully commit to the uncloak, immediately moved in position to body block the revault for Manu. Getting that first down, getting that Payme res to deny first gem pop is a very commanding start for this game.
Yeah, absolutely well played by Sakis here, managing to kind of deny this pallet vault back, right? Just getting this down really, really fast, and you know, if you want high stages result, that's probably the start you want to see, right? This is just such an amazing start from our late here, and we do manage to interrupt the main as well, and we find another injured survivor, which is just really, really good because I mean, one of our main win cons is also fresh hooks, that right? So just going for fresh is not a bad idea at all, and you don't really have to tunnel every single game, right? Even if you're playing comp, especially if your win con is like that. So you know, Team Dinastia survivors give their killer quite a generous win con, so they can just play for their own benefit. But as as you said, Cyber, it is Team Verity speak, and we are gonna be seeing them popping first gen actually already. But yeah, I would not be confident. I wouldn't be already almost. What the fuck am I saying at this point? But no, I wouldn't be as confident if I was Psychis, because yeah, obviously it's Team Verity speak, and I do believe Team Verity have an idea of how to play the set.
Yeah, second hook stage gonna be gained right now. Another good body block here, completely cutting off that wagon pallet from Cracks here. Psyche's taking another injury here, now onto the Ada Wong. Looks like we are gonna choose to commit this towards that main building. Has the outside balcony pallet. Are we gonna choose to commit to that, or are we gonna go inside? It looks like inside will be the choice. Door's already broken open though, so this definitely isn't as strong as it could be. Uncloaking now. We are gonna force the survivor to have to play this pallet right now. Just play the 50-50s here. We are gonna be greeting it once, twice now. Cracks one too many times, I think, here is Psyche's going to be able to double back through the pallet here. Unhook does come through on the CB. Second gen is going to popping. We are throwing the flashbang, and it's going to pan out. Firecracker save beautifully by our survivors here to get Cracks off the shoulder of the killer right now. This is going to do wonders for them, buying a bit more time here. We do have 2 survivors still injured, but Psyche's looks like going to be wrapping around this, trying to maybe cut off to some degree. But our survivors not going to be quite caught out by it, but we do have CB hopping out of the locker. And I think it actually, I said it wasn't going to pan out, and it looks like it exactly did. I don't think CB knew that Psyche's was wrapping up that backside of the main building there, getting that third down, that third hook stage. 2 more to go for Dinastia to take this 2-0.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal play by Sakis here, catching Lara here off guard, just absolutely being the wraith as, in its literal definition, being as silent as invisible as possible, and just find basically finding survivors like that is just, oh my god, it just shows how well aware Psychis is of what's in survivor's brain. He's in their head right now, and this is exactly what you want to see if you are playing for such a win, right? And yeah, we are just gonna be trying to chase everyone away from the hook here. Just gonna not letting the pull happen, and not letting the auto gen progress to go through. So we are just gonna be like just camping a hook and proxy camping, just not really caring about a lot of stuff. We just have our little. I think we do have our little Tijan here. I'm not quite sure. No, we don't. We don't have a Tijan. We have a total speed, but such a Vincan, you can just let you can just camp Lara to that and then just commit someone else, literally anyone, and you will be absolutely fine. And I think this is an extremely body blockable hook. I think there's genuine chance of getting a body block on both survivors. We are not getting the hit element on the Renata here, and we can basically give away a pull for free. But our Quan here is stuck on a bit of an unsafe spot. But oh my god, we are going to be seeing Lara with the body blocks as well. Amazing team play from Team Verity. Oh my god, I am so impressed with what's happening. There's just so much action. Oh my lord.
Yeah, Unhook is gonna be able to come through. I did imagine that we were just gonna let the server die, but instead opting for the double save did pan out in their favor here and got away with the killer smacking the iframes of the hook. So one less injury gonna be had. Now that injury gonna finally come through onto Manu here. Every survivor is injured right now, so if we can find another survivor right now and camp them out, as long as it's not CB, that would be the win for us here. It looks like King Julian is going to be the choice we are making right now, holding this pallet, playing patiently. Isn't going to drop that, instead just going to be full
Oh my
patient.
god.
Goes for the stun this time, but waited just a little too long, as that'll be the hit through the pallet. That fourth gen does pop atop the main building, but we are going to get this pickup, and it looks like it's going to be a pain res mid map. Boil over is not going to be enough to save us from this hook, as hook coming through right now. That'll be our fourth stage. Pain res also going to be used, and we also see two survivors out top of the main building. Looks like maybe trying to get that reset to come through, but it was not enough. We are going to try to wrap around though. Don't think it was going to be, as I think this is our head-on survivor. CB we saw getting out of the locker earlier, so no head-on to be able to come through from those lockers right now, is now just applying pressure to the main building here. We cannot give another stage, but it looks like everyone is here. Krax is here. CB is here. Are
Oh
we going to
no.
commit to getting that unhooked? No, we're not. It's instead, we are going to slug this out now. We want to try to play. Psyches wants this 4K1. They can taste it. It's on right there. We do have the survivor CB trying to push away. This is a death hook survivor if we can choose to commit to this. Manu has to come in to get this pick and unhook right now. Wrap around this pallet. We aren't going to end up playing it, instead just sending it to that corner, but I don't think we're going to make that window. Bloodlust 1 already gained, as that is on the ground, and it is just Manu left standing.
Yeah, we have three slugs at the same time. Well, two slugs and someone hook, and only injured Renata here, who is trying to do for the win and just getting the getting the legend pin pop, but unfortunately not quite getting it. And this is gonna be an amazing four-man slug, well, three-man slug and a hook at one gen remaining. Absolutely well played by Psyches. Just absolute dominant performance on Wraith. Just finding out all rotations, getting all the gens pressured, and having some fantastic chases. Oh my lord, that was so beautifully played.
Yeah, Psyche show a lot of expertise on Wraith here. A couple really good body blocks got this game rolling, you know. This game could have been decided early on by just a really good chase. If that first or second chase lasts for too long, you could just be in a painful spot as Wraith here. You might use a lot of the resources, yes, but in a situation where the survivors just need to optimize, not giving away any downs in any hook stages, whatever, you burn all those pallets, but some body blocks did cut off those resources. We are going to be getting our final Mori here onto CB, but that'll be a 4K1 overall, and Dinastia taking it 2-0 today.
Yeah, absolute amazing performance from both teams once again. Just even though they had such a hard win con, Team Verity just kind of try to play for the win con as much as they can, and honestly, they were really close, and I have to give it to them. So genuinely props to both teams. They came out here and they played absolutely amazing DBD here, and wow, just I'm beyond speechless. But that is going to be it with this match, but we are not over yet. I believe we do have one more match in about 50 minutes. So stay tuned for that one, and we will see you in a bit.